Okay, 1863, good luck. 3,000 games for my opponent. Oh, it's what we played earlier on, isn't it? Let's play the same thing again, see if we get g5 again. We don't this time, so we'll just cancel. I'm going to go c4 just to charge the center, and I'm going to put the bishop this way. So, very classical reti structure. The opponent is playing really quickly for a 10-minute rapid game. No need to go quite that fast. Okay, just going to centralize the rook, ready to try and push the pawn. Do I want to do it now? I'm not sure. I think I'm going to do this one first. Okay, now I'm going to charge the center. Then it's just a case of what do we want to do. I think pushing is very logical, but it's going to clog it down, but it restricts this light squared bishop. Do we have a move like knight up actually to try and get rid of the dark squared bishop for later in the game? Why do we not have knight up? Maybe we do actually. So if you take either way, I can take back. I'm going to do that and just try and get rid of that bishop and see if you just take. If you don't, I can get rid of the dark squared bishop for later in the game for the end game. Let's see what my opponent chooses to do. But if you do take, we've got a choice of how to capture back. Oh, he's gone with the bishop, okay. So I'm looking at going with the c pawn. Just to put an extra pawn in the middle, why not? Does it matter though? Here you can push. Yeah, I'm just going to go with this one. Try not to lose this. So if I take with a bishop, if you do take, it kind of half prepares an immediate push, doesn't it? I can go with the queen, and then you've only got one move for the knight, or you blunder checkmate. But the bishop feels more instinctive, but the queen, it is getting developed. Here, I think I take. I'm going to go with the queen and connect the rooks up and try and move the rook across early. Okay, let's play across early and pressure the pawn. And probably queen back, I'm not sure. This pawn could be getting lost, of course. So queen back. Or do I just push while I've got a chance to? I might not get another chance. I think for now I'm just going to drop back and hit the pawn. I'm just looking at whether to try and do a pawn break or not. Maybe bring the rook over. The knight's gone across. That wasn't what I expected at all. So knight across could be a move. Now we guard this pawn and we create a big threat. And I don't see anything better. I can also go to f5 as well as c6. But we now double guard the pawn. f3, you don't really want to play it, but maybe we could. We might have to at some point, or we're going to have to play an early e5. So I might have got myself a poor structure here, but we have got an extra centre pawn, which can be a pro and a con, but generally can be good. Now, this is where my opponent may have blundered. Now, if I move the knight up, we create a mate threat. The problem is you've got bishop f6. So they may have blundered, they may not have blundered. So knight up here, gain a queen, lose a queen. And I've got no way to deal with it, have I? That's unfortunate. That's unfortunate. So I've got knight here, you go here, I can get out the way. Am I then winning an exchange? I think I am. But the knight's coming in at the end after we trade. Oh, that's annoying. I think my opponent's lucky here. Here. Say the queen back. Bishop takes, queen takes. You've got knight d3. I think they're very fortunate there. Here. It's all petering out, isn't it? Which I don't really want to do. I do not see anything better to play. Knight f5 could be good then. Bishop up. I'm going to play rook across. I've burnt so much time here, it's untrue. I'm just going to drop the queen back, I think, and then try and look for a move like knight up or across. What's he done? Oh, moved the rook out the way. Okay, but now I can hit the queen. I'll play queen back and takes, but I've covered knight to d3. Oh, he missed it. He missed it. He just simply hadn't seen it. I was expecting bishop up. He just hadn't seen the checkmate threat. It's just moving too quickly. Oh, I did not expect that. I would have played it the move before. The only reason I didn't was because bishop f6. Okay, so let's put that one through the engine. See, my opponent just moving too quickly for a 10-minute rapid game, so it's just a one-move blunder and a bit of luck. But that's why I didn't play it the move before, was purely because of bishop f6. That's what I was expecting. So that's why I tried to find a move to deal with bishop to f6. And yeah, rook c d1 was a blunder, but I was just trying to deal with that move, so it was a blunder. And I should have played knight to c6 anyway. And the engine is saying knight back to f6, so it's saying it's a blunder, but I'm still +4 better in this position. So I've actually played it pretty well. But because of that blunder, it's brought the figures down, 88% versus 75 accuracy. But I was looking at knight to c6, and the only reason I didn't was because I was looking at bishop here, back, and then the knight jumps in. So the engine's saying that's maybe not the best anyway, so knight c6. Obviously, you can take your time with your own games and play through these. So bishop f6, e5 I should have played, and then d takes e5 is best. Again, you can take your time, you can turn the engine on, you can say what happens if I play a different move instead, and you can actually make the moves. But in the end, it turned out to be a win, but just because my opponent missed the one move mate threat.